Hello, Internet! So nice to see you. Has it ever happened to you that you have a musical idea, a riff, a melody, and then you try to write a song with this musical idea? And this idea is very emotional and very powerful in your mind. But when you put those notes in your recording software, then it doesn't sound emotional anymore. It just falls flat. Well, this is because you are probably doing things out of order. There is something you need to do before you record your song, before you produce or even arrange your song. So this is how to retain the raw emotion on the song when you arrange it, produce it, orchestrate it, etc. I'm going to show you a very short lesson I give to a student on exactly this idea.
If you're writing like a massive arrangement, how to keep the core emotion of the idea. I usually get an idea very spontaneous and it's like, oh, this is emotional. And then I craft it into like guitars, drums, orchestra, all that stuff. And I found that sometimes it kind of loses the core idea. And then I hear like a singer-songwriter playing guitar or singing, and it's like really touching. And I'm like, they don't have this problem. It's already at the bare bones. So how do you keep the emotion better when there's more instruments and bigger arrangement?
Amazing question. I love that. Okay. My only regret is that we have only a few minutes. Okay, but I'll do my best. Okay. So, here's how you do it. Your question for people who didn't understand is, when you write a song, there is a strong core emotional idea, but when you arrange it for a full orchestra and a band and another instrument and a whole klezmer band playing in the background, I don't think you played that, but anyway, you start losing a little bit of the original emotional impact. Good. So you do this. You proceed in steps. Write your song. Then record a simplified version of the song. Maybe just guitar, acoustic guitar and voice. Maybe just piano and voice. Maybe just piano. Or piano and electric guitar. So a bare-bone version that contains the melody or melodies you want in that, the counter melodies you want in that, so if you have a specific bass line, make sure to put it in, and the basic harmony you want to put in that. Okay? Typically, in classical music, they do this by doing a piano sketch, essentially. Okay? Then, starting from that, you orchestrate. Because now you have the song in front of you, the composition is done, now you go into orchestration. Sometimes you compose and orchestrate immediately, but some other times you compose first, finish your sketch or demo, okay, and then from there you orchestrate. And then you can take specific decision like, okay, this line goes to the woodwinds, this other line goes to the strings, this other line, trumpets, and so on and so forth. Okay? Now, Johan, I know you know, but I know you know the beginning of this. So, you know The Planets by Holst. Okay? If you guys never heard The Planets by Gustav Holst, that's some good listening you can do tonight. Yes, it's classical music. Yes, you've heard all of it already. When you listen to The Planets by Holst, it's like, I know this movie. It's been sucked by old movie composers, okay? So, for instance, the first part is Mars, it's Star Wars, it's Gladiator, it's Lord of the Rings. The second part is Venus, and it's all the romantic movies you've seen in your life, okay? It's crazy, okay? Jupiter is the best, probably, because it starts with, like, Star Wars, and then at a certain point, you find yourself in the Shire. You know when it happens. Anyway, so, Holst did not write that immediately for orchestra. Holst wrote these for two pianos. And he wrote these for a very specific reason. Holst had a problem with his hands. He couldn't move his right hand. He was a great pianist, but he had some problem with his tendons or something, I don't know exactly, but he could not play piano anymore at a certain point in his age. So, he wrote The Planets for two pianos, okay, so that two of his friends could play the whole thing for him, and so he could listen how it went before he started orchestrating, okay? He can see clearly all the harmonies in a single place. And then, from there, he orchestrated it. That's how you keep, because if the harmony does not work by itself, you can orchestrate as much as you want. It's not gonna work. So you make sure you set in one element at a time. You do the piano reduction or whatever, the small version, and you make sure the harmony and the melodies all work, and they give the right emotional idea. From there, when this is perfect, then you go into orchestrating the whole thing, and then you make sure to put every element, every melody, every harmony with the right instrument, and you move to the orchestra or whatever else you're using, and now you're doing only that specific step, and this helps you keep all the emotions of the piece in check the way you want. It's more work, yes, okay, but I tell you, it actually saves you a lot of time. It's more work because you have to write a new version. And it's more frustrating at the beginning because you're spending a lot of time getting those chords right. And you think it's really limiting because with a piano or two pianos, I cannot get that. But if you not get that on the piano or on the guitar alone or on the guitar and voice alone, again, depending on your context, adding the instrument is not going to help you at all. Okay?
So, when you write a song, it's good practice and it makes your life much easier to get the song together before you start recording, arranging, producing it, or orchestrating it. To learn how to get your harmonies right and also have a lot of ideas on what you can do with those harmony, and also how to make the guitar a good sketching instrument so that with a single guitar you can write music for any other instrument, then I recommend you have a look at my course, Complete Chord Mastery. Complete Chord Mastery, it's not a book. It's a complete video course that takes you from the basics up. We do everything you need to know about harmony and chords on your guitar. All the theory is done straight on the fretboard. There is no theory for the sake of theory here. Everything is immediately practical and everything is developed through exercises so you know how to apply these immediately on your guitar. If you have just a minute, click on the link on the top right to check out Complete Chord Mastery. If you like this video, smash on that like button and don't forget to subscribe and click on notification, otherwise YouTube will not let you know when I put up a new video. And if you have any comment, feedback, suggestions, write them down in the comment. I enjoy reading from you and I make videos on your suggestions. This is Tommaso Zilio of musictheoryforguitar.com, and until next time, enjoy!